equipped to decode German radio transmissions.
Hello everyone, MirageFly here, bringing you another game of Company of Heroes 2. We're bringing you another game from the OCF, this time between Jesulin and Vindicare X. Jesulin will be our Soviet player down the south of Iron Checkpoint, against Vindicare X will be our Overcommando West player up in the north. Jesulin is already locked in. Partisan tactics we have, no longer banned, as Partisans no longer have ridiculously high DPS and are available. Though they are still available quite early. They do decent DPS though. Oh, but they're not going to be able to delete squads like they used to. Anyways, back. Enough of me ranting. Jesulin's gone double engineer. He's built his special rifle command. No conscripts follow up. Meanwhile, Vindicare X has got a Vogue squad on the field and it's moving down. Stern Pioneers are moving down and likely cap the left-hand field after they get the cutoff. May see an early scout car, however. Overcommando West is quite vulnerable to the early scout car. Or, of course, they can always get the Pushin out, but still, it's relatively immobile. Oh, we do have a sniper coming out first for our special rifle command. Going to cause a bit of bleed on the Overcommando West. Not as hard on compared to Austere ours, mainly because Vogues are dirt cheap to reinforce. But it will hurt the pain on the specialist infantry such as Sturms, and if we ever see them, overs. Combat engineers move out. Vogues are getting into the building, take a few shots at the engineers. Or both sides are just keep going in and out of the buildings. Folks going to focus on the captain and try and get it. We take only minor damage from the engineers for now. Seems like the engineers are focusing the guys in cover, not the guys who are out of it. Our first engineer squad is still capping on the right-hand side. We'll be getting the field. Stern Pioneers have just finished their cap on the left-hand side. Folks have exited. Combat engineers have exited. We'll enter back in. Another shootout between the buildings. We'll get out. We're going to just keep going in and out just to get a few shots in and minimize his damage. Our first sniper has arrived. Still no other infantry for Jesulin at the moment. Maybe going for another sniper. We do have first blood. Sniper has claimed the first kill in the game. Engineers have taken quite a bit of damage. We'll take their first casualties. Uh-oh. Someone fell to church. We have lost a Volk in the building. Folks will pull back. Will not take that other casualty from the second snipe. Another sniper is on its way, however. More combat engineers are moving up. We do have shoe mines going down on the left-hand side. Could cause but quite a bit of damage if someone runs into that. Sniper is still taking pot shots. Currently sitting at 4 kills. Combat engineers have moved up into the next building. Second sniper has hit the field. Sandbag's going down. Not really going to help him at the moment, mainly because he's dealing with snipers at the moment. Still no real combat infantry for Jesulin, though he can pop up partisans if he wants to now. Vindicare X, doesn't lock in his doctrine. He has the Breakthrough Doctrine, Fortifications, and Scavenge Doctrine standby. Though he did go a fast mechanized truck, maybe going for an early flak track to try and punish Jesulin for his build. Jesulin does have quite a bit of manpower still in stock. Should probably get some more infantry. Stern Pioneers are going to be forced to pull back. I've already taken 2 casualties from the sniper. Combat engineers are pulling out, having taken damage from the Volks and Stern Pioneers. Snipers will continue to pick models off here. Or sometimes they will target the same model and they both fire at the same time, so shot wasted. Folks are going to try and swarm snipers. However, we do have partisans come out and we'll be getting into the building. Partisans will force them off. Vindicare X is asking if they are partisans are banned. However, I'm pretty sure we're playing on the most current build, so Partisans did have that DPS nerf, and he probably should keep his guys out of the open. More Partisans are coming out. Incendiary has gone off. Snipers are taking quite a bit of health damage. Will be both forced off. Partisans going to try and force away the Volks. Volks are taking quite a bit of damage to pull out there. Partisans are moving up. Volks will be forced to fall back.
Salvage operations will allow us to better economize our resources.
Scavenge Doctrine has been locked in.
Command level capabilities.
We will have our first flak track coming out. Sniper's going to need a bit of healing, but no medics have been purchased just yet. No other tech has been placed on by Jesulin as well. Still sitting at double engineers, double sniper, and double partisans. Mines going down. Been a while since we've seen partisans. Pretty nice coats on them.
This territory is ours. Enemy squad has us sighted.
Combat engineers being forced to pull back.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Storm Pioneers going to force away these partisans. May actually get them.
With anti-vehicle weapons. Men are focused on ready.
Partisans are not going to be able to advance on these Storm Pioneers. More sniper shots are going out. We do lose a sniper, however. Mine does go off and kills quite a few Volks. One Volk squad's going to be forced to pull back. The flak track is here, however, and will cause a bit of problems, though AT partisans are available to be deployed when needed, and they automatically come with Panzer Shreks now. I have our first anti-tank partisan coming out immediately after. A Shrek will land.
Enemy
We'll
forces
force the
are
flak track
attempting
back.
to capture our territory.
Another mine goes off, however, only takes out one member of the squad.
Contact! Enemy fire!
Combat engineers moving in. How the flak track is now, it's also being repaired. Engineers will be suppressed and will be forced to pull back. We have Volks trying to harass the right hand side. We'll be capturing the VP. Sniper should probably stay out of the open.
Now available to frontline troops.
This one, if they can, just keep picking away. Our Jaegers have been popped out. It could be very bad. I think for these snipers, going to force me immediately pull back. However, the partisans are right on the Jaeger's tail. We'll force them to pull back. Incendiary going off in the building. AT partisans do get out, but have taken quite a bit of damage.
You may now call upon local partisan forces, Comrade Commander.
We're now seeing a triple anti-infantry partisans and one AT partisan squad. Both going to be forced away by these partisans. The Volks are actually going to jump in the building while it's still burning. Actually taking quite a bit of damage here. Black track is coming up. More partisans are moving up. Panzer Trek is trying to move forward now. Black track will begin to fire. Grenade going off. Black track, however, can't get the partisans just yet. Truck is in the way. Meanwhile, the Volks have managed to capture the right hand side. Flame grenade does go off. Combat engineers going to be forced away. Jesulin needs to pull that other combat engineer squad away. Down to one member, needs to get out of there. It's going to retreat through the flames. We actually lose it on the retreat. We do lose that combat engineer. That was a very late retreat. Not sure what Jesulin was trying to do there.
Prepare for combat.
AT partisans are going to need some healing. Probably going to need see some actual combat infantry in the field, though. Partisans are probably not going to be able to scale into the late game. Of course, they can camo. We do have our tier 3 going down for the Soviets, so light vehicles will be in the field. We do have the medical truck going down quite a bit ways forward. Partisans engage in Jaegers. Partisans need to keep closing the distance, however. Jaegers going to be forced to pull back, or maybe they'll win this if they can get another snipe off the G43. Down to one G43. Oh! Double snipe right there. One from the regular rifle, one from the G43. There's an entire partisan squad there. Back onto the combat in the center. Folks are trying to do their best, but they're getting picked away by snipers, and partisans are holding up in the buildings in the center. Black track is backing out, I'm not sure why. Do partisans get anti-tank grenades? No, they just get the Molotov and the regular fragmentation grenade that's found on guards. Grenade going off in the building. AT partisans need a gal there to have very low health. Those AT partisans should probably get out of there. Jesulin loses another squad, should probably pulled it back early, they were very low. 270 is on the way, however. We'll be able to counter his flak track and everything else on the field. Currently, due to Vindicare X throwing tons of grenades, and he did place that mine early in the game, he will have no anti-tank at the moment. No Shreks are available for the folks. I think that mine's still there. Might have gone off. Where'd it go? Anyways, back into the combat center. Combat engineers forced to pull back. Sniper's still slowly picking away at the German infantry. Minesweepers have been upgraded. Hit for our Commando West player. Oh, this. And we'd lose another sniper there. Yeah, Jesulin's losing a ton of stuff. He's keeping his units in at very low health. Still no healing established. But he has the manpower to do it. I'm not sure why he's going for sniper build here. He really needs that healing. He needs to keep those snipers alive. Parsons may lose here again. T-70 is here, however. Stern Pioneers are bunched up. Will be significant damage. May actually lose to Stern Pioneers. However, the fountain is in the way. T-70 needs to keep chasing. Will not be able to get the Stern Pioneer squad. Folks are fighting the Parsons here, but Parsons are actually not straight in the face of the folks. Both sides slowly trade. However, T-70 here is to even odds. Parsons are also closing in. T-70 may be able to run down a squad or two here. Probably shift onto the Volk squad. We will lose that Vent 2 Volk squad, so Vindicare X is finally off the squad. The Jaegers almost get wiped out down to one man. Parsons are back in the center. Jaegers are probably going to jump into this building. Don't need to see some AT out for our Commando West player. Bushin is on the way. Black Track, however, cannot do anything this unless he can get rear shots on the T-70. And even then, it's not going to be ideal. Jaegers are being engaged by the T-70. T-70 seems to be actually whipping shots. They're going all the way. Black Track's setting up a bit too close to the front.
An anti-tank battery is ready for deployment. They're trying to advance.
When we actually lose our Flak Track here, Jesulin decides to keep chasing. We do lose our Flak Track. T-70 has now done significant damage. Flak Track actually didn't do much this game. Maybe kept a few squads up. We're going to lose probably this Jaeger squad here. It's running right into the T-70. That's another squad wipe. Vindicare X now has just lost quite a bit of his army there. Flak Track, Volk squad, and now a Jaeger squad. Still no real combat infantry for Jesulin, relying completely on partisans. T-70 will continue to take pot shots. Our Bushin is on the field. T-70 is moving back up. Well, if the Volks manage to get a shot off on the T-70 combined with the Bushin, we may lose the T-70 here. T-70 will manage to get out of there. No, it needs to pull back for repairs. Meanwhile, on map control, we got Parsons harassing the cutoff on the field. Soviets are taking map control against that T-70. More mines are also being placed. With the Su-76 now, they also have anti-tank support. Very interesting skin. I'm not sure if it's a bug or they're actually supposed to have this skin here. This is not wintertime. Why are they in white? Makes you more exposed than you currently are. Parsons will be forced off by the Volks and the Jaegers. Well, it's going to be focused on the cutoff. Excuse me there. Stern Pioneers will begin repairing the truck. I think they actually salvaged the Flak Track. Parsons will be forced off. We could see Tier 2 go out and get some Maxims or support weapons. Snipers do need healing, however. We could also build another sniper if Jesulin wanted to. Jesulin has quite a bit of manpower, but so does Vindicare X, both play. So a bit of fuel munitions, not sure what they want to do with it currently. Maybe saving up for when they need it. T-70 will drive away the Jaegers. AT Parsons will be forced out of the building. Stern Pioneers are going to jump in and we'll begin. Oh, Parsons take significant damage as they run across the road. May actually lose that squad here.
The sector is at risk.
It'll be even worse if they drop the Shrek. Oh, Parsons is going to be running into the open. May actually get run down by these Stern Pioneers. May or may not make it. So just barely get out of there with a sliver of health. Combat engineers need to get out of there, however. They've taken significant damage. More Jaegers are being popped out of the building, but may actually lose this combat engineer squad. They don't pull out of there. Just needs to get it out of there. Or it's a very late retreat. He's running across the open. Very high chance of losing it. One shot will finish him off. Su-76 has now bombed the church to try and get the Jaegers out. And Jesulin's losing a ton of stuff. He's lost. That's his combat engineers. He really needs to get some real combat infantry on the field, I think. But he needs to stop fighting in the middle of these roads. Howard may lose with this Volk squad here. T-70 is shifting. T-70 needs to keep moving, Howard. T-70 needs to move. Pushin may get wiped. A Volk Shrek has been dropped. Panzer Shrek has been picked up. When we do lose the T-70 due to that drop Shrek. Another T-70's here, Howard. We'll clear this Pushin. Ostwin has been deployed from the Scamp Doctrine. Pushin will run into a mine. And immediately gets decrewed. Guns also needs some repairs. Su-76 is going to begin driving the Ostwin away, however. Pushin needs to get out of there. However, it's going to get decrewed again. Gun's about to break as well. Looks like T-70 is going to attempt to kill the gun.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Where do T-70's projectiles going? There we go. Not sure if he actually attacked the gun or just attacked the gun, but he's not hitting that weapon at all for some reason. It'll probably eventually break. We'll keep an eye on that. There we go. Gun's broke. Parsons once again trying to charge infantry across open cover. Sniper is here. Still a very interesting play we're seeing this game. T-70 going to be forced away by the Ostwin. Our Su-76 is going to be forced away to Ostwin. Gonna need some repairs on that T-70. Ostwin is here. Our Ostwin actually does some friendly splash on its own Stern Pioneers. Sniper is also going to be taking pot shot. Oh, that's a nice shot from this Su-76. We actually lose the Stern Pioneers. Very good sniper from that T-70 needs to pull back though. He kept that in way too long. He pulled back when he immediately saw those Jaegers after finishing off those Stern Pioneers. Sprint has been used on the Jaegers trying to get them forward. Gonna be forced to pull back, however, with the sniper and partisans on their tail. Ostwin's gonna need repairs. Unfortunately, the mechanized truck is the only thing providing those repairs. Vindicare X's army has been slowly worn down. He does have the Ostwin, however, he's only down to 2 Jaeger squads, 1 Pushin, and 1 Volk squad. Jesulin is still not looking the best either, but he does have 3 partisan squads, 1 anti-tank partisan, a fresh combat engineer squad, and a sniper. Of course, yes, that's Su-76, but he's actually building another T-70? Does he really need to keep building more of these? Is it necessary? Though they have been wiping out units.
T-70 light tank has arrived.
Jesulin should have been able to has seen the truck. He could maybe begin bombarding the Su-76 at range and just whittle down the truck. There are no Sturms to repair that at the moment. Sniper's going to take a pot shot from the build. Oh, it's shot from the build, not a pot shot. Jaeger's going to sprint forward. Sniper's a bit too close to that building. Will immediately be forced to pull back. They are running across the open. May take a bit more damage. Su-76 will begin barraging into the building. Try to clear out. We're going to probably lose another Volk squad. These T-70s are just continuing to wreak havoc, even though they have been costing Jesulin quite a bit of fuel when they're destroyed.
Forward elements report an infantry unit lost.
Ostwin is back on the field. Fresh Volk squad with Panzer Shrek is here. Su-76 should probably roll up and begin taking shots. Flamethrower, Incendiary has gone up to combat engineers. Combat engineers need to pull back. Su-76 will miss that shot. Pushin has moved up. T-70 is going to get out of there. Su-76 will probably be able to hit the Ostwin once it gets out of the arc. Panzer Shreks will also begin damage on this Ostwin. Got another T-70 coming out. Jesulin really likes his light armor play at the moment. Jaegers pick off one poor partisan who's still out in the open. Another Panzer shot hits the Austrian. Partisan should probably get out of there. Spy network has been used. Looks like we lost a Jaeger squad. They may have hit a mine and then the partisans finished them, or they may have just all got killed by that mine. Jaeger's going to begin engaging these partisans. Anyone's game at this point. Partisans are squishy, but yet they're not that good at short range, especially with a Panzer Strike. Maybe the Pushing crew will be able to push away these partisans. Sniper hat is over here and picking away at the garrison. Partisans going to be forced to pull back here. Austrian is here. They actually take out a squad. We do lose that partisan squad thanks to the Austrian. Our mine goes off, immediately knocks out the Pushing crew. Austrian's going to have to limp back to the base, needs to repair. More Jaegers are being deployed. Let's just war the garrison spawners. Jaegers and partisans. T-70 actually lose that one. Jesulin is just losing all these light vehicles. I guess he can afford it. T-70s aren't that expensive, only 70 fuel per vehicle. Or I'm pretty sure it's only 70 fuel. And they don't really hurt him in the manpower department. However, we do lose another partisan squad. Jaegers will begin pulling back now. T-70 is on the chase. Vindicare X may go for a Gag Panzer. Just to counter the Su-76. Well, but he's still building up on the field, not much. Partisans have been popped out here. Our capping on the left-hand side will probably move up and towards the field. The fact they can also plant mines is very annoying for Vindicare X. He hasn't rebuilt his stirrups, so he has no sweeping capabilities there. Raketten's going to try and get out of there, may actually get decrued note. Oh. Looks like the Raketten will get out of there. Mine does go off. Volksreich is pulling back. Also may want to move in and try to respond to this. Sniper is still only Vet 2, but it does have 23 kills. It's a fairly useful game, though it hurts that Jesulin did lose his second sniper. Austrian is here, will begin harassing on against the partisans. They do get the they do get the decap on the cutoff hour. Or Vindicare X has not had luck holding his territories. Ever since the light vehicles have started hitting and started losing squads, we've been forced into pretty much just a little area. And we have more and more T-70s coming out. Jesulin really likes these things. Is this what, the 4th T-70 we've seen this game? How many more T-70s does he need? Not sure where his T-70 is going now.
We have fallen to 200 points.
T-70's going to pick away at the Volks. Almost gets the squad wipe. Partisans are moving up. Might try to throw a grenade in there. Jesulin has a ton of munitions as well, this man. He could mine spam for days. Grenade going off in the building. Jaegers, however, get out. He's going to jump back in and shoot at the partisans. Nice incendiary going off. Not sure if it's a good idea for Vindicare X to keep throwing these. It's really hurting his munition income. You have Puma on the field though, will actually be effective against these T-70s, once it gets double teamed. Oswin is here trying to respond. Puma on the field. Should be able to deal with the T-70s, though you still have to watch out for the Su-76 unless you can flank it. Captain Raketten is in the building, however. Austrian looks like it's going to try and move forward. Again, pinging away at the partisans. Partisans will get out there. T-70s are being repaired. Su-76 is Vet 2 now, giving it that little extra more damage. Is he triple T-70s? How many T-70s is Jesulin going to build this game? He really wants to try and end this game. Puma's going to be forced back by the Su-76.
Armor car ready.
More shot would have killed it. We'll pull back to the truck for repairs. Ostwin's going to move up now.
Send orders.
My Vindicare is trying to burn the building down. Parsons is going to capture and probably get Shrek shot off from the Ostwind. No, they'll begin backing away. We're moving into the garrison. The Shrek misses. I'm not sure if they're actually aiming at the Volks or the Ostwind now. Parsons is going to pull back. Interesting enough, we still don't have medics at Jesulin's base, so the snipers a bit. And then that held for pretty much the entire game. Not sure if that's the best idea. Parsons going to be engaging Jaegers in the building. More Jaegers been deployed to try to get the sniper. Looks like they will get the sniper. And that's really going to hurt Jesulin's infantry power. Ketchum's going to try and fire on the Ostwind. There's a very high chance of being decrewed at this point. Very low health. However, one shot will finish off the Ostwind. Ostwind does get taken out. However, we may lose this to the Puma. T-70 does go down. However, we do have 2 more T-70s. Puma's going to duck behind the building. However, there is a Panzer Shrek squad there. The scatter needs to smoke. Looks like the Roketin actually got the Puma. Okay, Vindicare X is really down now. He's got to deal with 2 T-70s on the field, and Su-76. He does have the slightly better infantry force, simply because they're not partisans and not relying on getting on short range. But still, he just lost pretty much all his armor right there. T-70s are going to need repairs, however. These partisans are playing a dangerous game trying to plant mines in the open. Spy network has been activated, giving Jesulin sight. I'm not sure how it works. Unfortunately, we could not switch to his view in time. Su-76 is Vet 3, however. It's pretty much the only light vehicle for Jesulin that's been around all game. All the other T-70s have been sacrificed. Just so many dead T-70 wrecks littering the map. We have 3 not far from each other. Alright, these partisans are going to start dealing with Vet 4 Jaegers. Grenade does go off. Jaegers pull back, however. Flamethrower's going to go off the building. The building's actually at risk of collapsing. Our flamethrower getting shot out from the tower. Volks have taken significant damage. Doesn't help that when you're in green cover now, you take more damage from handheld flamers. Hit. It's the T-70. T-70 is going to be forced to pull back. Jesulin needs repairs. More partisans are being popped out. We actually lose the Volk squad. The partisans does it. Our grenade's going off. Partisans need to pull out there. Jaegers exchanging fire with anti-tank partisans. Or they were. Alright, we have a bit of Shrek battle going on here. Building church is at risk of collapsing. It's been shot up all game. It looks relatively fine though when you just maybe a few holes, but hey, we can always patch that up later. T-70s still need repairs. If this thing gets even hit once by a ricochet, I'm pretty sure it's going to detonate. T-70s are on the hunt, however, on the hunt for Jaegers. The squad's going to be forced to pull back. They do get the decap, however. We actually lose that Jaeger squad that T-70 decides to chase. Alright, this Jaeger squad's going to be in bad position. 2 T-70s in the air. Point blank shot. We're probably going to lose this squad. I'm not sure what Vindicare is going to do at this point. He does have the vetted infantry, but I don't think he has any way to deal with all this light armor. And Jesulin can make more T-70s if he wish. He's got the 3rd one on its way again. Yeah, he was trying to stop the decap here. Pushin's also moving up. Oh, this T-70 could be in danger. It's at half health. One anti-tank rocket will take it out. Our T-70s do manage to get on the flank. We're probably going to lose that catching.
A gun crew has been lost.
Squad, shut it. We are receiving new orders.
There he's trying to buy time for Vindicare X to just take points. Or he's getting run down by all this light armor. Folks are coming out with Panzer Schreck Seller. We'll stop these T-70s from chasing. T-70s are actually going to pull back. What's this SH-76 trying to do? And then there isn't really much AT for Vindicare X at the front. This truck is vulnerable with him being bombed. It's never actually an upgrade to a forward retreat point either. T-70s are... I mean, Jaeger's going to try and get the building. T-70 buildings would probably be pretty scary though. Volksgrenadiers will manage to get the capture. Our points are still not looking good for Vindicare. 440 for our allies versus 85. Our group headquarters has gone down.
Command vehicle has been dispatched.
T-70 is going to pull out. Jaeger's going to try and sprint out. The fact they can camouflage helps their survivability a little bit. Oh, he's on the hunt for more T-70s. Might get that shot off. The barrels are in the way. Want to save that Shrek shot. However, he's going to have to go through a Vet 2 T-70. We're probably going to use this Vet 5 Jaeger squad. They're running for their lives with that Panzer Shrek. Oh, there's a mine there. And we do lose it to that mine. Another Ostwind's here. There's it. Any advantage Vindicare is going to take a while for Jesulin to repair all his vehicles. Our Ostwind is still countered by this Su-76, which is Vet 3.
Enemy infantry! Forward element, increase fire!
Panzer Shrek will hit this T-70 most likely. Actually breaks the main gun on that one. Small victory for him there. Maybe able to get it. Shrek is reloading. Will the T-70 get out of there? We do lose a T-70 to that Panzer Shrek. However, we have a fresh replacement on the way. Ostwind's going to try and intercept this Vet 2 T-70. Folks are not being able to get that Shrek shot off. Now they do. Ostwind's on the rear armor. Probably going to lose it here. That's another T-70 down. Replacement is on the way. Su-76 actually can't break through. I don't know if it can run over the wreck or not. Well, Boomer wreck has been destroyed, though.
Contact! Small arms fire! We are down to 75 points.
Looks is going to try and hold on that building. There's no windows on the flank. Actually, well, actually there is. Generally, I assume all the French buildings, big like that, generally don't have windows. Those on one side. Ostwind's on the hunt. Pushin has been decrewed over here, however. X has slowly begun to retake territory, however. Still not looking good for us. Well, 69 versus 433. Probably wants to bring down Ostwind to engage his combat engineers. Jaeger's about to get killed here. We have no more healing truck too. No replacement's been made either. Ostwind, could they take out this combat engineer squad? They are very bunched out and they immediately get wiped out. Folks are going to get the capture here. AT partisans are moving up, along with anti-infantry partisan support.
Enemy movement! On the flank!
Pushin will be recruited.
Return fire! Return fire!
We're probably going to lose this Su-76 is moving up. We have, well, we still have the mechanized truck here, but still no Sturm Pioneer, so he has to keep going back to the truck. Barrage is going off, lands a really nice hit in there. Volks are going to be forced to pull back. We're still at the 3 T-70 count. T-70 moving in. These Volks are probably going to get wiped on retreat. They're bunched up too on the retreat path. Just barely get out there. We have lost so many T-70s this game, but Jesulin just keeps making more.
Down to 50 points.
Our Vindicare X is probably going to bleed out points at this rate. At 39 points, he's trying to get Cap on the right-hand side with 1 Volk Shrek. Our triple T-70 is going to move to respond. It'll be a miracle these Volks actually manage to get out here. They do manage to land a nice Shrek hit, but are forced to pull back. You have a push in the middle. Jaeger's trying to wall. However, we got double Pyrocynes on the flank. Right, Vindicare X is going to call it. Man, very interesting play from Jesulin there. Just pure partisans and just a non-stop wave of T-70s that wore down Vindicare X. Thanks, but man, we're going to probably move on to the next game between Jesulin and Vindicare X, so stay tuned for our next update. This is Mirage Fla, signing off.